Hey everybody, Chuck Barone. It is Thursday, August the 3rd, 2023, and another crazy freaking day in these markets. Now I'll tell you, every day is an adventure. It's great to bring this stuff to you guys, trying to kind of keep it straight in your minds here, what in the hell's going on in this crazy world of finance. But before we get rolling here today, let me welcome everybody aboard. Thanks for your support. We appreciate you guys watching these videos, man. You guys are awesome, and we appreciate your support very, very much. All right, so let's talk about these markets today. So markets just sagging. Now we got some fears here as rates spike. 10-year really jumping today, spooking in the market, even though earnings coming in strong. And pretty much every little bit of economic data we got today showing a strong, resilient economy. Nonetheless, the market not liking that debt downgrade, not liking the looks of this inflation picture, feeling, they're kind of digesting this idea that rates may go even higher. There might be another rate increase coming, which I've been telling you guys is going to happen. So here we go. So the market's on a day that could have been a good day turns into a crappy day as the Dow drops 66 points. 35,215 on the Dow, 35,215. The S&P down 11 points, 4,521 on the S&P. The NASDAQ down just 13 points, 13,959. So all in all, a pretty big nothing burger, really. Just the direction trending down. I think that we'll see what happens. Tomorrow's going to be another interesting data day. But I think now these markets shrugging data off, having other compelling reasons for the market to move up or down. Today was the bond market, man. A giant sell-off in longer-term bonds, longer-term rates really spiking. The 10-year jumps 11 basis points to 4.19%. The 2-year at the same time basically flat today. 4.88%, same as yesterday. So now you can see this yield curve really starting to narrow down, right? And long-term rates, the 30-year really jumped today as well. So longer-term rates taking a hit today. Let's see what it looks like when this yield curve straightens out here, guys. It's going to be fascinating to see how all of this stuff comes about and what it does to these markets. The dollar today, no real movement, down fractionally, 102.48 on the index. Dollar still looking super strong. Metals today, because of this strong dollar, as always, down a little bit. Gold drops 90 cents, $1,933.30 for an ounce of gold. Silver down 11 cents, $23.55 for an ounce of silver. So metals holding up in the face of a lot of negativity about the economy, everything that metals hate happening here. At the same time, with gold down, oil spikes, man. Oil has a big jump today, $2.29 per barrel, $81.78 for a barrel of West Texas Intermediate. Now these guys, this is getting a little bit way out of our trading range here. So we're going to start watching this closely and see if we need to be reevaluating where we think oil is going to be trading. Of course, incredibly, when it goes up, just spikes up like this, shows right away at the gas pump, the price is already going up. When it comes back down, that never shows up for some reason. It's just crazy, isn't it, guys? Bitcoin today, up very small, up $135.25, sitting at 29,271. Still a good, strong number for Bitcoin. So these markets today, all in all, just kind of a real mixed bag today. The real news today in these markets, number one, long-term interest rates on treasuries really spiking. That's going to affect everything, guys. The 10-year treasury really going to affect mortgage rates. That's the one it's most closely related to. Now seeing mortgages getting close to, now 7 is now a good rate, above 7% in a lot of places, almost reaching 7.25. So longer-term rates on the move in a negative way for borrowers. And also another news of the day, the big spike in oil. I want to see if this spike is sustainable, though, because summer's almost over. We're moving out of our peak driving season. We'll see where oil goes. I still want kind of tending to stick to my thought that it wants to get back into that trading range, but we'll see. I mean, I saw the news that Biden is delaying some of these repurchases to refill the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Remember that, guys? How many barrels of oil have we pulled out of there? Going to have to buy those barrels up again. Of course, they didn't buy it when it was 70. Now they're looking at it at 81.78. Yay. All right, news you guys need today. Today was big data day. We knew it was coming. So let's start with jobless claims. Jobless claims coming in today, 227,000, up from 221 last week. Nonetheless, a good, strong jobs number. Experts nailed it for a change. They actually were expecting 227 and got their number. So go figure. The experts actually called this one. The numbers like this showing the job market's still good and strong, guys. We've been getting evidence of that. They're talking about tomorrow's big report, the payrolls, what they're increasing. They're expecting 200,000. We got the unofficial private payrolls report saying 324,000. They were way off last month. We'll see where it goes. Tomorrow's going to be fascinating, but at the same time, the job market's staying strong. Still 1.6 jobs available for every person looking for one. You would need 285,000 or more jobless claims per week to show a real slowdown in jobs. Okay, guys, so jobs still super strong. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't believe these numbers. These are the numbers we get, so these are the numbers I report on, okay? Factory orders, another piece of economic information today we were looking forward to. Jump massively, up 2.3% for the quarter, and that's up from 0.4 in the first quarter. So second quarter factory orders sizzling hot. Productivity rises as well. Productivity jumps 3.7% in the second quarter. I mean, these numbers are just fantastic economic numbers. Unit labor costs are, while still up 1.6 for the quarter, less than half of the 3.3% they were in the first quarter. So all of this economic data, every single little bit of it, jobless claims, exactly what the Fed is hoping for. Well, I shouldn't say exactly. They would like to see those jobless claims a little bit higher. But nonetheless, strong job market, signals strong economy, factory orders on the rise, productivity jumping in spite of a strong job market, which is kind of different, right? And unit labor costs, which have been a big driver of this inflation, a big cause. We talked about the cycle. Wow. So this is all economic good news. At the same time, nobody believes any of it because it just doesn't feel like a good economy, does it? And I was reading today, Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Kiyosaki, who's predicted the big meltdown now every day for about, I don't know, a long time, man. This guy's just never right, at least that I've ever seen. Just feel, and these are the guys that get the clicks, the guys who predict doom and gloom every single day. I started thinking to myself, I'd like to have more viewers for this show. I'd like to have, my market growing here. Do I need to bullshit the show up a little bit, man? Add some gloom and doom into it and some, oh my God, we're all going to die. The dollar's going to vanish and the whole economic system's going to collapse and, we're going to be barbecuing in the backyard to survive and, that's how you're going to live. No, come on, man. Let me say this. The economy, the numbers we have to grade the economy on, which are the numbers the Federal Reserve is going to use to set their policy, the numbers Congress is going to use, the numbers that everybody's going to use, every economist, okay, show the U.S. economy in pretty good shape. So I was reading an article today. It was very interesting. It was saying, where is the recession and why does it feel, why is everybody so gloomy? I laughed because they called the current situation a vibe session, which made me laugh. I mean, you got to give these writers credit. They're very clever, right? So basically what they were saying in the article, pretty simple stuff, that we are not in a recession. It just feels like one. And the polling numbers, when they polled the public, Polling numbers reflect that very negative feeling toward the economy. If you look at the political people and the polling on the economy, all very, very negative. So the question then comes, if there is no recession, why is everybody so negative about it? Ordinarily, numbers like we would get today would spark a fat stock market rally. They didn't. You got this interest rate scenario. Things look like, with the way this bond market's behaving, the Fed's going to have to do a little bit of work here to get this stuff back under control, because it's just making up its own mind now. And the bottom line on this recession, I think, guys, really is prices have been going up pretty consistently for however, a year or so, a little longer than a year, and some big spikes. And those prices, while they're not going up as fast, still going up, and they haven't come down at all. So when you see those prices, what they, in your mind, this used to be $1, now it's $1.89, and this used to be $4 for a big box, like, the cereal's my favorite, right? It's like, the boxes keep shrinking and the price keeps going up. So, what you're seeing with your eyes, and you're feeling in your wallet, because I used to go to Costco. Back in the day, it used to be, okay, everything if I just counted the items in my cart and times it by $5, I could be pretty close to what my actual bill was. And then over the course of time, it became, well, you got to count $10. Now it's even more, man. I mean, the prices of everything are so outrageous. It's really, hard to feel like, yay, things are great. They're not. You got people going into debt to buy groceries and gas. Even though jobs are out there, people are not happy in their jobs. Earnings are not really rising. So everything, you got gasoline spiking back up. You got people's 401ks, even though markets are up nicely this year, barely recovering from the disastrous couple of years we had in these markets. So it's just hard to be super positive thinking things are great when you go to the store and you pay this much money for something that used to be this much money. And it just seems to be everywhere, from clothing. I guess TVs are cheaper than they used to be. You can maybe get a deal on, whatever, but most stuff, like everyday stuff we use, is a lot more expensive than it used to be. So I guess that would be the main reason that, the old saying, right, who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes, goes here, because the eyes are not telling us that the economy is great. They're just not. Now, I'm in real estate, real estate and real estate financing, and I'm here to tell you guys, things are not great in real estate, that's for sure. They were saying that the supply of houses continues to shrink. There's been more and more articles about what we've been talking about in this show for the last 5 months, how people are trapped in their houses now, can't sell their house because they're stuck with, not stuck with, I guess, they're just not going to give up their 3% mortgage. Why would they, when mortgages continually keep going higher? Power bills go higher, water bills go higher, everything continually going higher except the paycheck, right? And now they want to tell us how good things are. Got some work to do, government guys, okay? Anyway, that's it for the day, guys. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. We're going to get this number. It's going to be fascinating to see how these numbers come in as far as job creation last month. We'll finish up the week with a good, strong show, and let's see where the chips fall tomorrow. It's going to be a fascinating day, just like today was. Day where great economic news doesn't result in a great market. You can't win them all, right, guys? Anyway, that's it for the day. As always, we really, really appreciate your guys' support. If you could, please hit the like button. It changes the algorithms around, gets our video in front of a few more people out there, maybe get some more views of that. Tell your friends, about the show. Sorry, I'm not predicting doom and gloom every day here like Kiyosaki and a whole bunch of others, but I think I've been right more than they have, because this big collapse they've been talking about, where is it? Anyway, that's it, guys. We appreciate your support. Back again tomorrow. Till then, take care.